Hi guys, as promised, I will share my progress of playing tournament golf with all of you. Last month I played 14 over, unfortunately at 8 handicap, but in this month I feel like my game has slightly improved. It's more in my control, so I really want to play better today and share my progress with you, all of you. I will share the link below of the previous round I played of tournament golf, but today it's going to be better than 14 over. I really have a good feeling. Stay tuned. Let's see if I play better.
No matter how much tournament golf you play, the first shot is always nerve wracking, and you can see the nerves on this first shot gone left, leaving me this weird lie with the ball below me. I thought the ball would fade, to be honest. It was a good connection, but it went straight, so it didn't go where I wanted it to go with this very, very long putt. And honestly, I did not realize how fast the greens were because the flag was a good distance away from me, but the ball still kind of just kept rolling where I thought it would stop at least 10 15 feet before this. And with this first putt of the day, I pushed it slightly, just aiming right in, but as you can see, the ball kind of pushed a little away. And like I always start my videos with a bogey. You know those moments in golf when you hit it too well? Even that becomes a problem because this was such a perfect connection. It fell on the downslope of the green, unfortunately, and went over it slightly, leaving me this weird chip which bounced off a little more than I expected. I had no idea it would roll off this much because I thought that was a good chip. This part was a downhill part, and just watching the ball kind of roll in, this is my favorite part of
Good line.
golf.
Come on.
I got greedy on this tee shot because if you're on the left side of the fairway, it's a shorter par 5 for a 2 on. I hit it left enough to go in the bunker, which is removes the 2 on at least entirely. I had to lay up with an 8 iron. It was a good shot. It was a good steep incline from where I was, so I just had to get the ball back in play. I was happy about that. Wasn't sure where the ball was first, and this I seem a little upset about this shot because I was aiming right for the flag. It was a beautiful connection, but the ball drew, and the ball kind of goes down the green from there. So I had this uphill putt for a par, and I was very pleased with this putt because the technical putt with the speed of the green, especially. So an easy par in the end on a par 5.
I'll take this pie any day.
I was honestly just aiming center of the fairway to avoid the bunker on the right and the trees on the left. The ball did fade slightly, but I was still in play. It was actually a very good shot on this stroke index 3. And I was hitting my 7 iron over here because even a 160-yard shot would have been fine on the green. And I was very, very surprised because this ball traveled a good 175 yards from the fairway, and that's more of a distance for my 7 iron than I usually hit, leaving me this putt, which is a completely downhill putt. I almost played it less than half of its distance, and it still rolled off. I would have been very upset if I did not get this par, but a solid putt, so not bad so far. Everything was going all too well so far. Something had to go wrong. So this 4 iron straight in the bunker, which I wasn't concerned about right now, but you'll see why I'm concerned because this is my first miss of this hole. There was actually a lot of sand in the bunker, and I have not really used to it, which is why the club kind of goes below the ball again. Again, a very, very difficult chip still to get to the flag, as you see over here. This was not a bad chip, but I think it was a little further than I should have dropped it because the ball again rolls down a lot. And I was very scared about how downhill this part was, and I can't believe that I actually left it shorter than the hole, which is why we're having a little laugh as well. On a side note, this guy behind me, Usman Sahi, he won the tournament. Historically, I've played this hole really well, so that gives me that confidence, and the drive is perfect where I want it to be, leaving just this 90-yard shot, which I controlled, honestly, because my 56 goes about 100, 105. But the connection was so good that I found myself over the flag.
Great
So that
shot.
was a very good shot. Again, a downhill putt, and I was misreading this speed a lot since the very first hole. and from but just about maybe 12, 14 feet away, to find myself 5, 6 feet below the hole and then to miss this putt was extremely frustrating, especially after you made a triple bogey.
I can't believe that I made a bogey from 12 feet away. Can't believe it.
I was still carrying the stress of having played 4 over through 2
Oh
holes,
my
didn't
god.
complete my
Hey,
backswing. It sliced
hey,
towards the water. Thank God
hey.
it didn't go in. I thought it did right now. But this was a fine lie to play the rescue, but I grazed the grass before it. Again, a bad shot. Straight in the bunker. I wanted to cross it, leaving myself the most difficult shot in golf, 60 yards from the bunker, and I actually hit it too well. I actually overplayed it because I thought I won't be able to hit a clean shot from the bunker like this, and it went over the green with this chip for me. I thought again I hit this chip well, but it was not right enough from the flag. And look at the ball just keeps rolling on this green, and I just wasn't able to make these 5, 6 feet putt. A double bogey of the day with this putt coming up is pretty disappointing. Especially with how the past 3 holes have gone, your mental game needs to be really strong to pull yourself together and to play better. It was taking me a while. I was trying my best with this duff as well.
Oh
I
my
thought
god,
I
लगा.
would get the green
Go,
after that great drive,
go.
but there's still some residue of the past few holes. And unfortunately, I will find myself in a difficult place again to make a par with this long putt, which I accidentally hit too hard. I was struggling on these greens, to be honest, and this putt now was too short. The first putt was too far, and now this putt was shorter than the hole. So that's another bogey, and I think I've played about 7 over through just the past 4 holes, which is quite frustrating, honestly. I needed some luck to get the score back on track, which I just got here. It wasn't the perfect 8 iron, but it fell at the start of the green and rolled on. So I at least got the green on this par 3 with this long downhill putt again. And this putt was finally a lot better than my downhill putts have been, with a very, very
Fine
short,
ball.
almost a tap in par. And thank God, this was a much needed par. I rarely go 2 on a par 5, but at least I'm hopeful at the start on the first shot with a good driver, a good chance for a 3 wood on the green, and then this
Oh wow.
happens. I don't think I've ever hit a good 3 wood on video, and I keep saying I don't know how to hit it, but I still give myself a chance. This was a shot towards the green, but I was happy with the connection. I found myself in a very good place for a birdie actually between those trees. Very pleased with that shot. And this putt, honestly, I don't know how it does not go in. I was so sure I was about to walk to pick the ball up from the hole, but it just turned at the end. So unfortunately, did not make a birdie, but 2 pars. I don't have the driving distance to carry those bunkers in the fairway, which is why I play the 3 wood on this hole. It leaves me with a good opportunity to go on the green. It was a 170-yard shot, but I hit my 8 iron because even if you drop the ball 10, 15 yards shorter of this
Go.
particular flag and the green, it still goes on. And it was a good decision, good strategic decision, because I found myself with a birdie chance,
सीधा
but
भाई.
I'm unsure what happened with that
Side
putt.
push.
It was not supposed to go right like this. Still, another par. I'm delighted. This is a tough, tough hole with OB on the left,
Oh, straight
trees
का
on the
घाटा ज्यादा हो
left,
गया.
bunkers on the right, and then the hazard,
Double.
water hazard on the right as well. So getting the fairway is a little tough and nerve wracking. This I had to lay up because I didn't leave myself a chance to go 2 on. But with how my previous 3 holes have gone, I was happier with the pars. So I wanted to salvage a bogey at least and give myself a par opportunity and not go into that entire double or triple bogey stream again. So I tried for a par over here, but it was a tough read, quite left and fast. So a tap in bogey, at least I managed to save this. I was very disappointed with this tee shot because the flag is placed perfectly for a birdie. It's in a valley of the green, the ball feeds into it, and I found myself over here just trying scraping to get the ball on the green. The ball did not fade at all. I had to go around the tree, so I left myself this chip to the flag, and it was a very, very good chip. I was very happy with it because I had a short par putt, and even though I have not been making these today, but when I made my practice putt, I was so sure it was going to go in, and it's just the confidence. The flag was placed just above the bunker on the green, so hitting my driver with a short controlled chip was not the right option. I felt I wanted a complete shot of a club, so I played my 5 iron to tee off with, and then my 48 degree to go get on the green with a full swing. So I was happy with my decision to go with that, though the ball went left off the green, and I remember being feeling very greedy to get this birdie, but at least I managed to save the par. I made it a little difficult for a second. I'm already playing one over my handicap, so I was feeling the pressure, honestly. And with a little dance, there was just a bad swing. I missed the green on the left, and it's not an easy chip from there because if I hit it slightly further, the ball would have rolled down on the green. So, being conservative, I've left it slightly short, not deliberately, but a long putt. And again, not very sure about what I'm doing in putting because I've hit it too far. But again, another bogey. I think I was still till this hole trying to keep my nerves together, even though I had played above my handicap. So I just wanted to play this difficult par 5 as well as I could with two really good shots,
क्या
if I
बात
may say so.
अच्छा
Because the second shot is technical with the bunkers on the right and water hazard on the left. It was right in the center. And this particular swing, I think, just completely shattered my confidence because the ball was slightly above me. It was supposed to draw into the flag and it went straight in the bunker. And I was extremely angry and frustrated with that because making a par from here is going to become very, very difficult. I did hit a good chip. I couldn't hit a shorter than that. But just look at the ball go. It's just a tough, tough flag position. And from where I was after the second shot to be making a bogey over here, I think that was the last straw that I pulled with 2 holes to go. Why I mentioned pulling the last straw? Because my game unfortunately collapses over here. I did have sort of a mental breakdown and not knowing what to do because this was a bad choice going into the trees. I didn't have any other option, I felt, so I went with it, but my club got stuck. Never got a connection on the ball, wasted shot. Then I went in the middle of the gap, still didn't get a connection. Then the ball was stuck in the rough. It just was a series of unfortunate events that happened on this hole. And then look at this. I mean, my expression says it all, honestly. I just completely lost my game over here. There was a flight behind us waiting as well. I was feeling the pressure that I was making them wait as well, and everyone in my flight hit a long putt. It's just making things worse for myself. The only silver lining in this hole was that this putt fell. I did not even honestly know that 5 over par is called a quadruple bogey. By this last hole, honestly, I've lost interest in the stroke play. I hit it left, it came right after hitting a tree, and I thought this was going to go in the water because I had to play it left, and it just wasn't in my control anymore. With this being a good shot now, so the bad shot gave me a better result, and this good shot left me short of the green with a tricky chip or a putt, and I went with this putt and I hit it too hard, so it'll just drag off the flag. And the green speed, I think throughout the day I just never kind of understood. Going to make another bogey over here. But today's round, honestly, as disappointing as it has been, you can see in my body language as well. It's a learning curve because I keep saying that the mental side of this game is very, very tough, and I struggle with it. If I remove the triple bogey and the quadruple bogey, I've played about 9 over, so a couple of holes completely ruined my game. And unfortunately, I was not able to play better than last month. Guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I will show you the progress next month as well. Thank you.